Okay. Okay. Welcome to episode 2. Or part 2, I guess. Not really episode. But part 2 of Doki Doki Literature Club. If you haven't been watching, or missed the last stream that was like 3 weeks ago because I got laryngitis right after it, go figure, my luck. Regardless, I'm actually gonna let people get in, so I'm gonna just give people a minute. Huh. I don't have a cold, but yeah. Gonna wait like 4 minutes, 4 more minutes, let people get in. Oh, I should probably get rid of that. Yeah. Oh my god. Just waiting for a few people to get in. Like 2 more minutes. The start of the stream is always the longest part for me. Just waiting for people to get in. I say that like I've done this a million times. I've done this like twice. Ow. About 1 more minute. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Alright. I've waited 10 minutes. People should be in by now. If not, they'll catch up, probably. Okay. So, this is the first, like, poem writing of this part. This is where we left off last time. Oh my god. This, if I remember correctly, yeah. So if I remember correctly, my love interest, or the one that I'm going for, is Yuri. This one down here. I've tried not to go for Natsuki, and I don't really care about Sayori either. So, wait, I've done this twice before already. Hello. Hi. But the love interest is not Yuri. So, and the way I got that was just by clicking words that I would put in my book, like misfortune. That was Sayori. Okay. Never mind. I'm just really bad at this. After image, Valentine, death, analysis, love, warm, infallible, joy, extraordinary, uncontrollable. After image. Sticky, clumsy, destiny, sunset, hope, pain, fickle, pleasure, scars, cries, scars. Okay. Hurt, daydream, incapable, shiny, peaceful, cute, covet, charm, strawberry, contamination. So basically any word that's like really big or, whatever is Yuri. Anything that's this or this, simple and cute, that's Natsuki. And then the middle ground, that would probably be Sayori. Disaster. Eternity. I wouldn't put melancholy in my book, but who cares? Because right now we're going for Yuri at the moment. So, intellectual portrait. That's a callback to one of her poems, I'm pretty sure, actually. I think it's called Portrait of Markov. Defeat, whistle, melody, special, fantasy, friends, giggle, calm, rose, lazy. Rose? Okay. Sensation. Unrequited. Okay. What the fuck? Unrestrained. Determination, like Undertale. Atone, comfort, fester, electricity, sing, unending, loud, hair, excitement, and existence. Inferno. Judgment. I know that was Nazi, I don't care. And tenacious. Okay, one more. Vivacious, whatever. Is the audio good? For anyone watching, is the audio good? Like, how does everything sound? Can you hear me well? How's it all going? Is my mic up too loud? Is the music up too loud? How's it all sound? Okay. I've got a drink this time, so I should sound a little better, but I'm just gonna let the voices naturally come to me, because that's what I did last time. One moment. And my headphones are on backwards, and I'm pretty sure one of the speakers isn't working. That's okay. But as long as everything sounds good to you guys, that'd be awesome. Yeah. Because apparently, gay isn't allowed in my chat. but I will allow you to post it. Don't worry. But does everything sound good? Like, genuinely, can you hear me well? Can you hear the game? Can you? I'm not sure how everything sounds, so I want to make sure it sounds right to you. All is well? Perfect. Okay, can you see the game? Or is it still on the, like, home screen? Can you see the game, or is it on the home screen? If it is, I don't know how to fix that. I don't know. Oh God, what's going wrong? Yeah. You guys are getting the video a little delayed than what I'm saying as well, so what is going wrong? I don't know why it's only showing the home screen. Hold on. We're gonna have to be troubleshooting. Maybe, hold on. Hold on. We're gonna close the game. And then I'm gonna reopen it, and let's hope to God that works, because I have no clue what's going on. Let's see. Okay. Can you see my cursor? Is everything working now? Yeah, I haven't entered the game yet. Oh no. This went so perfectly the first time and yesterday. Why is it messing up now? Oh no. This is a problem. Okay. I'm gonna click load game. Okay, there we go. Okay, it should be working now. Can you see the game? Can you see the game, and does it sound fine? There we go. Oh, fixed it. It went perfectly last time. I didn't have to do anything. So now I'm just going to reiterate everything I said because it wasn't working for some reason. Alright. So, as I said, let me check if it was... Hold on. Oh, I see what happened. Okay. I know what happened. I know why it broke. I know it just broke. I know why it broke. I fixed it though. So the game will come back in a few seconds. Yeah. So, as I said, we're going to VOD. That's the love interest that I chose on accident. Just by choosing words that I'd put in my book. That's what happened. That's where we are. That's the purple one, if you don't know. Natsuki, Sayori. Anyways. So, for the words that we want to choose for Yuri are stuff that are long and, you know, excessive sometimes, in my opinion. The words like this work for Natsuki, and words like this that are like the middle ground, semi-simplistic, semi-depressing are for Sayori. Captive. Philosophy. Entropy. Extraordinary. Okay. Heaven sent. Contamination. Graveyard. Disoriented. Nightgown? What the? Okay. Whirlwind. Unrestrained. Essence. Determination. Undertale. Afterimage. Infallible. I want to say Crimson. Okay. Ambient. Unstable. Destiny. Okay. So, I'm going to do what I did last time. I have voices for them, but they just came to me naturally. So, I'm not going to do voices on purpose. If I start doing voices, that's what's going to happen, and you're going to have to put up with that. Will they be great? Probably not. But that's okay. Alright. Didn't know I could read, thanks. I can barely read. So this reading of the game might be awful, actually. But, again, as I said, I'm not doing voices. If the voices happen, they just happen, so. Let me take a drink, and then we'll get started in this game. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked into... Are you practicing piano again? Oh god. I can already hear my voice trying to do it, but... They had voices last time that were actually decent. But I forgot to press record, so that VOD is gone. And, I don't remember any of the voices either. So... They might have completely different voices from the first stream. Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival, too. I think Natsuki was just high-pitched and awful. Same with Sayori. They were both really high-pitched and just awful voices. I know that, and I'm okay with that. But I'm not screaming for Natsuki. How do I... Oh, my volume for myself is messed up. Hold on. Of course this happens. Okay. Can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people? I didn't say I didn't like it. Besides, what do you mean, you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Man, Ika. Eh? That's not how my name is pronounced. That's not how you say my name at all. And also, that joke's making no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our event for now, okay? Fine, fine. Your actions aren't as fun as yours or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I lay my hand in front of her face. Eh? My Siri just activated. It says Sayori. That's funny. Eh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sarah shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I think when I played through the game, like, last stream, it took like 3 hours to get halfway through. Like, so this one might take, again, 3 hours. I doubt it, though, because it seems like it's already moving faster. But we'll see. I really glanced at Sayori before turning back to everyone else. But the conversation is already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Dane, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading a little too much into it, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sarah, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Dane. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me, too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. I also care about her well-being, and I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Dane. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sarah talks about you more than anything else, you know. She's been much happier ever since she joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside her. What? No way. Sorry is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. You're so funny, Dane. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's just how she is when she is around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I know that I won't be able to get the words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. One moment. I gotta actually set up another thing so I can see chat while you guys are talking. So just give me one moment. I might not be able to see chat the entire stream, but I will be able to see it most of the stream. Reminder, I am not a professional. Not yet, at least. I do hope to become one, but I'll work that out when I get there. I'm just opening chat. And then I'll be able to talk to you guys whilst I play the game. Boop. Hold on momentarily. Cool. I can now see chat. Alright. From now on, I will be able to see what you guys are saying in chat whilst I play. Alright. Where was I? I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sarah told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I'm sorry if you can hear me sniffling. I may be sick. Or I was playing with the cat too much. Because I am allergic to cats. But I can't help but playing with them. They're cute. They're cats. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord. So I had no choice but to approach her myself. But now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit down, sitting the one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Well, I actually didn't even do anything. But I could tell you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How are you even able to tell I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. And not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who are willing to share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. Yeah, it's not really that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Uh, Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sarah and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it's unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Dane, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you know them. Ah. So you think there might be something behind it after all? I think Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I know some strange behavior today too, and I feel some concern for her. But in that case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Eh, I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri-san looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That's it. I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy. So I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. Uh, uh, that's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as you're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everything goes to retrieve the problems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about Sayori with. About with Sayori. So, the way I do this is I start from the bottom and go to the top. Because that is easily my favorite, characters in this order. Well, honestly, Natsuki and Yuri would be tied, but Monica is my favorite of the four. Sucks that she's not really an option. But, so we're going to start with Monica. Hi, Dane. Have you thought about what you want to submit? Ugh. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. Whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It will also make me happy to see. Jeez, this really does strain the voice. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Your style sounds so refined, Dave. Yuri's been teaching a lot of things, hasn't she? Well, I guess so. Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple of days than she's talked to in the whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive. plot armor. Or no, would that be... That wouldn't be plot armor. That'd be, just embassy status, I guess. Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk out all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself. You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her. That's... It's awfully suspicious, you know. Spending time with her in the club room every day. Reading the edgy novel with her. Well, I just feel bad that she's has a hard time socializing. It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know? Alright. I get you. Just be careful, alright? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up. So if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage. You said that like I'm going to hurt her. Sorry, I didn't really mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. I'm gonna take a sip of my drink and read the poem. In the best poem reading voice or whatever I can do for you. Let's see. The lady who knows everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am. A feather. Lost adrift in the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and fall, and fall even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady knows everything, knows what I'm thinking. Before I can speak, she responds with a whole voice. I found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she pulls me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. I'm gonna be honest. As much as I want to try and analyze this poem, I have no clue what any of it means. But it's a poem, so therefore it's up to your imagination. Whatever you read is what you read. Whatever you think it means, that's what it means to you. Just like music. Everything's up to interpretation. Yes, they all have an original meaning, but... Well, if they're good, they have an original meaning, but... Otherwise, it's not. You know? So... Yeah. That's Monica's poem. I don't know what to think about it. I'm gonna be honest. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but I was kind of on my own. Bleh, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's why I wrote about it. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. seems like everyone in the club is writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of telling that your writing is good or okay or bad, they want you to they want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I have to agree with Monica a lot on that. I also, I used to perform on stage and an open mic, so the response was always a little lukewarm depending on what I was performing, but I always did, one song that was, actually really meant something to me, and then I'd do stuff that was, a little more upbeat and, with lyrics, really fast lyrics, so it was a lot of, whatever, rapping, just something to grab people's attention, keep them entertained. It's a bar, right? That's what people want most of the time. They usually don't want something political or, oh my god, or something that I'm more accustomed to. So I would do a song like Hollywood and Dead, Everywhere We Go, or Everywhere I Go, and then I'd do something like, what's a good example that I could tell you guys? I did some decently, I don't want to say underground, but decently unwell-known songs after that. So maybe, I can't think of an example. I don't know. I would do Hollywood Everywhere I Go. That's the grab your attention. That's let's go. And then maybe some Set It Off. That is the most out there idea I can, or out there one that I can think of. Is Hollywood and Dead, or is Set It Off after Hollywood and Dead. I don't think I actually did that combination, but I did Set It Off a few times. Anyways, Yuri's poem. Dane, your writing has only improved in these last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing but short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious, even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come natural to me, but I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling, I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought I would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something that you've never even shared with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Dane, during lunchtime I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it, anyway. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with, or people you just know would make really good friends. Cheerful people always put a smile on your face, or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day. You know? Those friends don't laugh at me.
They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type.
Natsuki.
And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all.
People say that about you?
I'm not a know-it-all, Dane. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. That's just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me.
Oh, yo, welcome. You missed a little bit, but not too much. Don't worry. You just missed Monica's poem and me writing a poem. Not much. I know Yuri is currently talking about how she's doesn't know how to socialize with people. Oh yeah, if you don't know about the game, it's a little dark. It can be a little out there, you know. Also, is the audio still okay? Because I had a little bit of an issue with the audio before recording, and then I had a little bit of a issue with the video whilst recording. So is everything alright? Can you hear me well? Awesome. Perfect. I apologize for my sniffling if you can hear that through the mic. I have a little bit of a cold or some sort of allergic reaction to my cats. But what can you do? I love my cats and I wanted to play with them, so I'm gonna suffer the allergies. I apologize. Oh my god, I need a drink. 1 sec. These voices are gonna do a number on my throat, and my throat already isn't doing very well. But I probably won't give myself laryngitis again. Hopefully. That's why I didn't stream for 3 months afterward, or 3 weeks afterwards I got laryngitis. Anyways.
I know I'm a difficult person, Dane.
Oh my god. The voice just broke there.
I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy.
I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends. Yeah, that's why you joined the club. And I would say I've had at least one success, wouldn't you?
If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we?
Yuri puts her head in her hands, but this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem?
Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you.
Oh my god. This... I think I can name all 3 poems that Yuri has. I think, so, I'm not sure if this is the first or second one that she does. I don't know the order, but I'm going to say Ghost Under the Light is the first one. Portrait of Markov, and then Ghost Under the Light Part 2, which is the one we're about to read. I think that's all of her poems.
Ghost in the Light Part 2.
Oh my god, this is so hard to read. I can't read script. And her writing is very script-esque, so...
The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. In the distance, the blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds, the silhouette grows closer, closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility, but I am too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers, my heart pounds. He raises his arm. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber glow is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden motion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving off an understanding? I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand, the flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green, my heart is amber.
I think that's literally about him and her.
I could be completely wrong, but that's how I interpreted it.
Because as I said like 10 minutes ago, poems and music are interpreted however you perceive them. Yes, they may have an original, what's it called? Original meaning, but you may have another meaning towards it. It's music. It's up to interpretations. Whatever you think it is. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri, but instead of taking it from me, she looks away.
Do you dislike it?
No, of course not. I just
don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one.
That's fine. I understand this one.
Yuri is having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods.
I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy you shared it with me. So thank you. And I hope we can keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips, and once again try to hand the poem back to her. But instead, Yuri gently takes my hands and pushes them back towards me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch.
You can... the poem is...
Once again, Yuri fails to complete a sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles as if she doesn't want me to notice.
You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometimes.
Yeah, don't worry. I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns back toward me.
I guess we should move on before Monica says something. But I'm sure we can talk again later.
Yep, I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me, and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. Who should I show my poem to next? Natsuki.
Yeah, no thanks. You didn't even... Next!
Okay, fuck you too.
It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri?
I didn't write this for anyone specifically.
Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club?
Well, of course I am.
Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Dane.
Sorry?
Is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today.
Alright. Just tell me if you need anything.
I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now.
If you insist.
Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit earlier today.
Sorry?
Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow.
Before I could say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom humming to herself.
Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out? Hold on a sec. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club.
Catchphrase?
I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is kind of foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Ah, it seems you're right. Sarah always helps in the middle of it, doesn't she? It's almost like everybody's balance is thrown off when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. Actually, she actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times not to go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I don't want to force it. Huh? The curious expression coming from Yuri of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier, and everything's fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone else will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we need a lot of them in different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sarah will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person, here, Now Natsuki's funny too. Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sarah enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Dane. The one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It'll probably go a long way to give them a hand. You can always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. That's Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Dane may not like to be around you if you may only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? It sounds more like you're just making exchanges for Dane's too. What are you saying? It will be extremely ridiculous work. Baking isn't. Just what do you think? Guys, let's slow down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Dane to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten a chance to spend any time with me yet, So I'm sure he's interested in. You literally just said. I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying though. Jeez. Can we settle this already? Yeah. Dan, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks right at me. But of course I'm going with Yuri. For multiple reasons. One, that's kind of the love interest that I've been striving for. Not on purpose, it just happened that way. And then Natsuki does baking. IRL, I can't bake to save my life. So yeah, IRL, I can't bake to save my life, so not doing Natsuki. Monica and Sayori are doing a thing together. Again, Sayori and Monica are doing the same thing together and the love interest that I've went for is Yuri, so I'm gonna choose Yuri. Make decorations and shit. Artistic bullshit. Well, I'm probably more helpful. Yeah, my god. Well, I'll probably be most useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you... Natsuki, you're going to tell you about to say something mean. No, I was just saying... So you'll be helping Yuri then, Dane? Yep, that's what I'm going to do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things, so I think your assistant will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I said I would be fine. Okay, okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So, is that everything we need to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I am looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Dane? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how this will all turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki! What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Uh, uh, Yuri actually glanced between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Dane picked me. And also, your cookies are the best cookies I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so... I get it. Kind of surprised, though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I, I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken back by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I could tell she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kind of appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm going to say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. I believe you. Yeah, I have to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's head out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. I turn around. Sorry, I realized that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can only let that slip my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best, I guess. Alright then. You and I exchange phone numbers? God damn it. Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Alright. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decided not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter anyway. I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I managed to make myself useful. God. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Dane. I think that will make a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any reason you have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason. Yeah, you're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But Yuri thinks to herself an extremely intense expression. You're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looked straight in my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out of the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri's coming to my house on Sunday. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me she was looking forward to it. Is this a chance I have? Oh, fuck me. Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. Until then, I should be able to take my mind off of it. I seriously can't wait. I forget how much of a man this main character is. But honestly, it's fair. It's already Sunday. Hold on, I'm sorry. Doing something. There we go. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it would help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert, and I'm also impatient and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up to me a little bit when it's just the two of us. But meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her. I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between that, what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? Oh God. I decided to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door for entering and stuff. Again, we used to play so often that we'd made a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we're family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange for her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Dane. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is messy as it's always been. This is messy? This is messy. Okay. I love the cow. I want that. I also recognize the stuffed animals and the wall decorations that she's had for years now. You mean the calendar and the stuffed animals? Okay. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I'd end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sarah had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Yeah, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. So it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is a little uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Dane. Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You haven't been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world's decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori. I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for why you'd be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Ah. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Dane. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're going to make me say it, aren't you, Dane? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy into caring to waste by... Why make other people put their energy in caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sarah kept this from me the entire time I've known her? Did she really want... Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you never told me this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend, because if I knew, I would have done everything I could do to support you, even if there was only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Dane. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Having everyone be together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spirit going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Dane. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish, and I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Dane, Sayori. I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile. If I make friends with everyone else, that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I won't have it any other way. Dane. Sayori is hugging me back, despite my arms being wrapped around Sayori's. Around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Dane. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have in you to call yourself selfish, then you have it in you to be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. Sarah gently Sarah finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Dane. The only time I'm not feeling this way is when I'm feeling pain. But your eyes are so warm. And that's really scary too. Sarah lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? Uh, um, uh, it's what I want. I promise. I I think that would be nice then. Yeah? Sarah wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for you to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sarah shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be a very good for me today. You understand, right? Ah, it's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry about me too much. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright? I look forward to it. Jesus. I say goodbye to Sarah and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself feeling still uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Ah. Thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for long? For a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you that and hurried more on my way home. Jesus, I can't read. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least, I hope I got everything right. I'm sure I'll be fine. I take Yuri into my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I cleaned it before you came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. No. I would be really embarrassed if my room was a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatch Yuri's wrist, which is in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure, keeping track of them. So, shall we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? You know. Mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh, wow. I didn't even plan on taking it that far. Of course. I wanted to help our guests. I wanted to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity, and for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I brought some things for the relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah, like what? Let's see. Your rummage through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in a black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's with the wooden thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. I am a little, but not like... Actually, I don't think it was essential oils. I think it was incense that my sister had growing up. Yeah. So I know about incense, and that's about it. I don't actually know anything about aromatherapy. Is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes the switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole in the top. Wow, that sounds wonderful. What kind of mood is this one for? This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Did you think that would be perfect for sharing our problems? It does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding our origami. What I like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon and hang them from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Couldn't that be beautiful? It also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some people to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you'd put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Dane. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. I don't know if you picked up on that. She said characters because, well, I'm not sure if it's originally Japanese. It might be originally in Japanese. But the art style is very anime-esque, so very Japanese. Because, whatever. But characters, writing characters, it's because they're writing in Japanese, not in English. That's why the one joke makes no sense in translation. Alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Oh my god, my handwriting is awful too. If I didn't try to do any control when I wrote, you wouldn't be able to read what I write at all. Because I write so fast that it just looks so bad. When I was writing in elementary school, we had a writing thing and we had our classmates check it. I got a lot of them wrong because my R's looked like V's because I wrote so fast. And I never said anything. I don't know why. I probably should have been like, yeah, those aren't V's, those are R's. I should have said something, but then again, they should have just not been an asshole. Like, I was one of the smarter kids in class, so obviously I know how to spell 5-letter words. I'm not going to put a V where an R should be.
you know? But whatever. I probably should have said something. Let me take a drink and then I'll continue reading again. Urine has a long string of red ribbon. Oh my god. Did my voice get worse because I took a drink? Hold on. My voice cracked like hell there. Jesus. Urine wraps a long string of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Eh? The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate panel of waves etched into it. The blade itself is tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well, embarrassed, she looks away. I also have some really cool knives. I like knives a lot. I have like, I think I've had 3 pocket knives over the years. One was fully jet black, one was tiny, one was a little bit bigger and red, and now I've got a Swiss Army knife that I really like, and I've got a pocket knife that I also really like. The Swiss Army knife is like fully decked out and it comes with a case with paper, pencil, like it's a huge thing and it goes under your belt really easily. The pocket knife I have is golden and I like it a lot. I just fidget with them. I don't really use them for anything. Well, actually, the Swiss Army knife has scissors in it that I use quite often. That's like the most used tool I have on that knife. But I don't really use it, the blades, like the knives, for anything. Sometimes I do if the scissors aren't going to be able to do it, but, you know, they're cool. I've also used a screwdriver on it as well. And if I can't find my Swiss Army knife, I just use my pocket knife. For scissors, for knife, for screwdriver even. Depending on what it is, I can just use that blade for anything. Anyways, what is it? You're going to think it's weird. You're whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kinda into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of the craftsmanship and the feeling of danger, maybe? What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. It's, well, an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it suits you. Knives are really cool. Like, I also have a combat knife. I forgot about that. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Oh, my favorite knife? Oh, I think it's the Buck 120. Okay, maybe not 120. What? Hold on. I'm gonna look something up real quick, and I'll tell you what the knife is. So, just give me a quick sec. Oh, it is the Buck 120. Okay, so Buck 120 hunting knife. That's what it is. Because I'm a big Scream fan, right? So my favorite knife is from Scream. Oh my god, I got hiccups, I'm sorry. And it's a modified Buck 120 as well. But yeah, the Buck 120 is my favorite knife, just overall. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that.
It is, isn't it?
She relaxes her expression once again.
Would you like to hold it?
Sure, I'll check it out. Oh no. Oh no, OBS. What's going on? Okay, are we fine? Instead OBS disconnected. Hold on. Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. Did I disconnect? We're fine. It was just my phone that disconnected, so I can't read chat anymore unless I go somewhere else. I'm sorry. You're carefully answering the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it into my hands. I feel it's heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Dane! Why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. The knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A solid drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the woman a close look. Ah. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. Okay, now I know for some people, that's me like, what the fuck? What is your problem? Don't do that. For some people, I am not some people. Because I'm weird. Am I still streaming? Hold on. Oh my god. Okay. So, what just happened? I think OBS disconnected and I stopped streaming because of that. Hold on. Okay. We're back. It looks like we're back, so I'm gonna say we're back. I hope we're back. Yeah, we're back. Okay. So as I was saying, so for the part that you might have missed, I accidentally cut my finger on her knife because it's really cool, and without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. Listen. Okay, listen. I am weird, and for some people, that is immediately, what the fuck are you doing? That's weird. Stop that. Don't drink my blood, you fucking vampire. You know, that's probably how most people would react. That is not how I would react. Because, honestly, I really don't mind that. It's actually the opposite. I have issues. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'll feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, I instantly pull my hand back. Please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up.
Gary, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Uh, sure, it was lonely, but it took me by surprise. Yes, it's weird, but honestly, I wouldn't mind. Depending on who it's by, honestly. If it's like some random with like fucked up teeth, just all over my wound, yeah. But if it's honestly, I should be more concerned about it. Depending on the size of the wound, I wouldn't really care. But if it's like if it like needs to be disinfectant with peroxide, then I'm probably gonna worry because at that point, then it's a problem. But if it's like a small scrape or like a paper cut, even then I don't really care. Then it's fine. Then it's fine. But if it needs to be disinfected, yeah, no, that's a problem. But I guess she was just trying to help, right? I don't think, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Gary's hand and lick her index finger in return. Dane, did you really just do that? Now we're even. You're looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Dane. Yuri giggles shyly. Eh? Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I, I don't think anyone, actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. Bandages are just to stop the bleeding. Or like, band-aids, the like little ones that you get that you put on your finger or on your knee when you scrape it. Those are to stop the bleeding and like seal it off to not get infected again after you disinfect it. But yeah, and they're called bandages, not band-aids. Band-aids is a brand. Band-aid is a brand. Bandage, Band-aid brand. Anyways, we each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue making progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected, and I will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thing you're coming up with this, Yuri. Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Can we move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy paint tablets. Oh, that's right. I would be so unhelpful here. I'm not even gonna... Am I disconnecting again? I would be so bad at this part. I cannot paint to save my life. I just can't. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put it. Do you mind fetching this for us? I gave up on that sentence. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it will be too diluted. I drink 7. I take Yuri's advice. I decided to use the small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate and catch any paint that drips, then bring it back into my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? Not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the towels, dropping them into cups. Okay, so, if I haven't said this before, this game gets dark. Like, it gets real dark. I've watched it. I've played it myself. The game gets dark. So just, keep that in mind. This game is not for kids. That's why my stream is intended for certain audiences. So it may contain mature rated game, violent, and graphic depictions, okay? So just keep that in mind while watching this. So, I thought we should do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors of a sun. For a sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Ah, neat. Where do you want to write? Well, it'll be fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush, adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide for when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class, projects we did back then. Also, yes, the stream did stop. If you're wondering, the stream stopped. So that's why. So it split into two because it just stopped because OBS was like, nah, it's fine. Painting on the banner with watercolors feels a lot like we did in art. It feels a lot like the art class projects we did back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Myself, I'm like a split. It depends. I do like to go out and do stuff, mostly if alcohol is involved. If I'm gonna go out late at night and do something, I'd like to drink. If I'm going out at a different time, like noon or something, I'd like to go to the mall, just hang out with my friends. But I also don't like to go to the mall if I don't have money. You know, it's a whole thing. But I used to sword fight, like foam swords, so I'm gonna start doing that again with one of my buddies. And yeah, that's about it, honestly. I have a lot of fun when I do stuff like that. I don't know. But I have a tendency to stay inside. I like to just chill, play Magic the Gathering, do my thing, hang out with one of my buddies, play video games with my buddy in the room and just talk. I'm okay with that. I'm really okay with that. Just having a friend next to me makes me feel a little bit nicer. Oh my god, I butchered that sentence. I'm sorry. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. Exactly. There's an anime I'm watching with one of my friends, and it's I think it's Data Live, and we're like 4 seasons in. I think he might be a season behind me, actually. I don't remember. I will have to ask him. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. So sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. No, that would hurt. I've done that. several times, and every time we're both like, fuck. Because even if you're moving slightly, it hurts. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Your face. There were droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get you a towel right away. I rushed in and fetched a small towel, then I dampened it with hot water. I returned to my room and kneeled down in front of her. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri still holds my wrist. Wait. Just for a little longer. It feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books, almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrap around my wrist, sending a tingling sensation through my arm. Instantly, her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment's over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. Even if I was trying to copy it, I couldn't. I can't paint, man. I suck so bad. That should do it. I finished showing the night sky with the white dots that look like stars. And watercolor is so much harder to paint with. No. I just can't paint. That's all it is. And that really sucks, 'cause I play D&D, and I just can't paint. So I can't make characters like as much as I want to. I can't paint, and it sucks. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here than have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in a classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Whew. You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? I know it's not that. I'm just glad we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we would have a extra time after finishing the work. Well, you think to yourself. I think it would be too irresponsible for me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It's not like she really gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk out the front door. Thank you for everything. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem. I was glad to be able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then, Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. I kind of say that without thinking about today. It's fine we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again whenever you want. You can come over, or we can go out somewhere. I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, here's some especially. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so. You're very thoughtful, Dane. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. I kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori! Uh, uh, Hi, Dane. Sayori, just now, we weren't... It's okay, Dane. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm over on my leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sayori beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come over here and see for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sarah's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Dane? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart's splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Hey, Sarah, don't say that. It's true, Dane. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I would trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sarah looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Dane. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared of that. That I might like you more than you like me. Sayori. It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Dane, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need to do. I know you need the most right now, and that's what I'm going to give you. Sayori. Um, all the playthroughs I saw, it was always, they all say you'll always be my dearest friend, so I kind of want to say I love you, but I really don't like Sayori's character, and we're kind of going for Yuri, and that's kind of what I'm sticking with that. You'll always be my dearest friend. You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. Also, I just opted to be honest as well. If you're ever in a situation, don't just say what will make people happy or what you think will make them happy, because if it's not true, it will hurt them so much more in the end. So, for this, I decided to be honest and tell her how I felt, right? Whether or not that's how my character feels, well, I'm playing the character and it's self-answered, so I guess, yeah. I see. Sarah forces a smile to an incredibly pained expression. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? Should I write a poem about this? Sorry. It's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? for being so selfish. So please, please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I wonder what happens if you actually go for Sayori. That's the thing about dating sims. You can go back and try a different route. And with how this game makes the characters feel so alive, I wonder how it would play out if you did choose Sayori. You know? And seeing how much Sayori's character develops here, it's like I like Sayori more. I don't know. But I still went with Yuri because that's the one that I picked. I know you're right. I knew this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here, just so I could get the answer I needed here. And the other thing, you're also right that I just want to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You already do know me better than anyone, Dane. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So, Sarah's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. Sarah screams. Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. Sarah looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning and running off. Sari! I'm left helplessly standing in front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is, even though I can't comfort her. I keep wondering if I should do something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sarah will always be my dearest friend. And I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. I don't like the way this is making me feel. But honesty is key. I don't like this feeling. Oh my god. I don't like games that make me feel too much, but I do at the same time. This is one of my top 3 games. The other one is at Dead of Night, I think. That game's really good. I forgot. I don't know what my third would be, but this one is definitely up there. Oh my god. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I consider going to her house to wake her up, but said that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up and take it with me. She sent a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Dane, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. It's so funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing a little booklets underneath the desk in the classroom. These must be the ones she prepared that all the poems were... Oh my god. This must be the ones she was prepared that have all the poems were performed. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like, and I submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You think that on days this important, she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Dane. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president, after all. But I stammer embarrassed. Did Sarah really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. Don't lie to people, even if it's gonna hurt them. Tell them the fucking truth. I cannot stress that enough. Don't lie to people just because it's what you think they want to hear. Don't lie to people. Just tell them the truth, even if it's gonna hurt them. There's no other way to do it. it'll be so much worse if you lie to them and then they find out otherwise. Or just tell them the truth. There was no reason to lie. Especially in situations like that. I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Eh? Monica is being friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I got one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the call more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it almost professional feel. I recognize Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one that she had practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Percentage. Oh. I'm not going to read that as many times, but I will say get out of my head a lot. So get out of my head, 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 get out. I cannot say that fast. Get out of my head, get out of my head. Get out of my head. I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head. I listened to everything you said to me. Get out of my head. I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head. I finished writing this poem. Before I finished writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Ooh. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Dane? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else that was written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Sayori, so, well, alright. Try not to stay too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even a simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that the things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs and what I want to give her. Are you sorry? Says knock on the door. I don't expect an answer. She's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't this more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on the door. Oh my god. Oh, this is gonna hurt. I know, I've seen the game before, so, oh my god. And I know the sound's gonna play, and this scene is burned into my mind. Just, I might actually cry. Oh my god. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really don't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she gives me no choice. I gently open the door. Say, fuck me. Oh. Fuck, I'm gonna cry. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? Oh, fuck. This is the part that I was talking about. This game gets dark. This game, fuck. This is not a sweet game. If you don't know this game, and you saw the first stream, and you seeing this one, this is what I was, oh, fuck. This is what I was explaining. This is not a nice game. This is a horror game. This is what this game does, and oh my fucking god. It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this could be real. Sarah wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe my eyes are showing me. Oh, thank god it's gone. I suppressed the urge to vomit just yesterday. I told Sarah I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything would be okay. Then why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession? That has to be what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Oh, fuck. I'm just reading this fast. Fuck. Oh my god. I didn't think this scene would hit me as much as it has. Again. My heart is beating out of my chest. Why did I do that to her when she needed me most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. The soaring thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of the relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club, screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do to bring her back. This is some game where I can reset and try something different. I only have one chance, and I wasn't careful enough, and I will carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers, but I still couldn't do what she needed from me, and now I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. Oh, fuck. Oh my god. I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but I am physically shaking. Oh, fuck. And yeah. So, as you can see, the screen's a little different. Fucking Christ. Oh my god, I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm gonna show you what happens if I load up a new game, and then I'm ending the stream. Oh my god. This, I forgot how fucked this is. And it just makes you sit there and look at it for like, oh my god, until you just get the text. Oh my god. I knew it was coming to, and it's still, oh fuck. Fuck me, fuck me, fuck me. Whew. Okay. Click new game. I see no girl running towards me in the distance. Attention to measure. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know that kind of friend you've never seen yourself making, but it just kind of works out because we've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I get tired of waiting up for her. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk as to catch up to me. And it resets, changing the story, taking Sayori out entirely. Oh my god. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, I'm ending stream early today. I got in stream late and I'm ending stream early. Oh my god. Oh my god. Fuck. Oh my god. Oh my. Yeah, okay. Thanks for watching. Yeah, thanks for watching. I got nothing more to say. I can't say anything more. Yeah, I'm sure I want to quit. Oh my god. So, thanks for watching the stream. I hope you enjoyed it, even though it was really dark. Or dark near the end, really. I hope to see you next stream, and holy fuck. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I'm done.